In this video, we'll look at how to do mutagenesis in Pymol. So let's start off by selecting a residue. So I'll be choosing this residue over here, which is a lysine. So now that we have selected a residue, let's go to Show as Sticks, and let's make the color to something that would stand out against the rest. And then let's zoom into this residue. So this section over here is the side chain. However, this part over here forms part of the main chain. So to hide this part over here, we go to the object, hide, main chain. So now that we have decided which residue we would like to mutate, let's go over to the top panel, select Wizard, and go to mutagenesis. Now this appears in the object panel, and over here on the left hand side it says pick a residue. So let's choose this residue. Now that we have chosen it, go over to the object menu panel, and all these amino acids appear which you can mutate the lysine to. So let's say for this example, we'd like to mutate the lysine to a tryptophan. So in white, it shows us the tryptophan and how it would look in this position. And in the deep salmon, it shows us the original residue. So you can play around and look, for example, a cysteine, what would it look like? What would, for example, a histidine look like in this position, etc. But for this example, I'm going to be sticking to tryptophan. So most of these amino acids have several rotamers, and we can see the amount of rotamers by looking at the mouse panel. So over here at the bottom, it says state and 3 out of 6. So there are a total of 6 rotamers. So if you use the arrow keys on your keyboard, we can scroll through these different rotamers. So as we scroll through these, please note that here at the object, it shows us a percentage. So the higher the percentage is, the more likely it is that this rotamer would actually be in that position, and there are less clashing when using this rotamer. So if we see that over here, it's about 39%, and these red discs indicate the clashing. So if we go to another rotamer, the percentage decreases. So it is less likely than the first rotamer, and we can see a bit of more clashing, etc., etc. So let's choose the rotamer with the highest percentage. So now that we are happy with the rotamer, we go to this panel over here and we say apply. And now the tryptophan is in the place of the lysine, and we say done. But you can ignore the other information here. It is fine as the default that it already is. So we are done. So now we have successfully mutated the lysine to a tryptophan. So now that we have done the mutation, what is the possible effect that it could have with the residues surrounding it? So to see what actually happens around the mutation, you can click on the residue, go over to the object, say action, modify and expand by 5 angstroms. So now if we say clean under action, there will be minor adjustments to the surrounding area. So let's click on clean, and there are minor adjustments, if any, to the surrounding area.